buyback and how it should be in terms of a consumer.
When I mean buyback, I mean a customer should always remember and he knows what is gold. An investment for bad times also. So in the case of gold jewelry, it is very simple. A person can come and return the gold jewelry at whatever weight it is at the current market price. So there is no deduction. Now discuss, I had a bride who came and bought a diamond set from me. So that breaks down into three segments. The gold value, diamond value, labor. At case, we offer 100% buyback.
How can a 25-year-old boy or a girl who's interested in jewelry sector as a whole wants to enter into this, especially in the design, procurement, understanding the whole jewelry supply side?
You know, I think one of the very important ways of figuring out what to procure is, I think first visit one of these exhibitions. GJS is a very, very good platform, I would say, because you actually, when you come here, you realize what is in trend, what is selling, and you get a lot of insight into what you really need.
Is there a hype of Akshaya Tritiya in North?
It's absolutely crazy now. And I would say that it's not just started right now. This goes back to 2008, 2007. I was watching a movie. I'd gone to the theater and it was a 6 to 9 show. And my mom calls me and she's like, there's a lot of rush. You need to come. And I think it was Tulsi Bhabhi that time. Saas, क्योंकि सास भी कभी बहू थी, and she probably just started the trend. But I think the only difference is that Dhanteras is more for heavier items and Akshaya Tritiya is smaller items.
Hi guys, welcome to Jewellery Insider with Shan Chawla, and we have yet another industry experts from Kanpur with us, which is Yashwin and Soumya,
Hi.
leading the brand Case. So, how is your day going in Mumbai today? Tell me about that.
First, Ishan, hello, how are you? Thank you for inviting us on this podcast. Day is going great. So we got in yesterday. The weather in Mumbai is, of course, better than Kanpur.
Yeah,
As we were
I thought
discussing.
I'm being at the worst place for the weather right
Kanpur
now.
is going to touch 35, 40 in a couple of days. So we just got into Mumbai yesterday. The weather feels heaven compared to Kanpur, which is 35 to 40 degrees. So day is going wonderful. Wonderful in the part of our jewelry buys as well. That was the main reason for the visit.
Perfect. And what about you, Soumya? Are you liking the food in Mumbai, or is it disappointing?
Yeah, loving the food over here. Though it's Navratri, so we are not able to have our non-vegetarian food, but it's going great. Also, we've come across some very nice new manufacturers at the show. So yeah, loving it here.
So 23 years, 23 years in Kanpur. Do Kanpur have rich people? Sorry to be so subtle. Hadley.
Kanpur, I don't know if you read about it. Kanpur was called the East India Company City. It was always there because all the manufacturing textile since East India time, 1947, pre 1947, Kanpur was the hub. So money has always been associated with Kanpur.
Okay.
If you do some research and see on Google, Kanpur is the top 10 largest cities in India.
Okay. In
Money-
terms of monetary?
No, monetary and size.
Okay.
Income tax payments are also on a very big scale in Kanpur.
Okay.
So money has never been a problem in Kanpur. It's been the development of the city, which slowly is evolving.
People of Kanpur have been having a lot of disposable income due to how high textile activities. How do you feel the consumer buying is currently in Kanpur?
So I'll just let's discuss 23 years of case. So 23 years ago, you would say money was always there in Kanpur. Still, it's increased probably 10 folds. Earlier, it was mainly concentrated on gold jewelry.
Okay.
Because not that people in Kanpur didn't want to buy uncut or diamonds because the options were not there. We as K's have given them the options by opening a second store, and now the trend is shifting more towards bigger diamond jewelry, bigger gold jewelry, polki jewelry,
Polki jewelry.
kundan jewelry. So you can see a trend from purely 90% of gold jewelry shifting towards, I would say, 60-40. Still, gold jewelry is a bigger account because, as you say, the gold is 3,000 odd dollars.
Yeah.
So even someone who was shifting towards diamond jewelry is moving back, but Kanpur moved towards more of modern and fashion jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but a lot of young girls who are coming to get married, they are looking for very heavy pieces in diamond and in polki, not per se in gold jewelry. Not when I say gold jewelry, I mean the plain gold jewelry. They are more interested in seeing kundan jewelry. They are more interested in seeing polki and, of course, diamond.
Okay. So one thing from understand from this transition is consumers were not the choice makers for their jewelry earlier.
Yes.
Right now, what is happening?
So, as I'm sure you must be seeing it in your cities as well, but Kanpur was always a mothers and the mother-in-laws had the
Okay.
main decision making and the power to spend money. With the
Okay.
father-in-law and the father being involved, I would say 50 to 65 was the bracket of the spending in Kanpur, age-wise. I'm talking. Let's say 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, it was the same. That is shifted to the age bracket of 40 to 50.
Oh,
And
more younger
even
people.
younger people, and even earlier you would say a mother-in-law or a mother would go and buy the jewelry for the daughter, and daughter would say, yes, I'm very happy.
Hmm.
Now you would see that now you're seeing a lot of daughters are coming to the store
Hmm.
and have a big decision making power to say,
Okay.
mom, I like this.
Hmm.
Yeah,
what-
initially I think it was more like we're going to surprise our daughter or a daughter-in-law
Hmm.
and not show it to her. We'll pick it up. So the choice of the younger generation was not really there.
Hmm.
That's why I said that now that the girls are coming and picking their own wedding pieces, so the focus has also shifted now on the polki and diamond jewelry.
Amazing. So let's shift to the North India.
Yes.
Kanpur versus Delhi. How do jewelry preferences differentiate?
Kanpur versus Delhi. Quality versus someone who doesn't like quality.
Okay.
I'm being very straightforward. No disregard to the jewelers in Delhi. They are, of course, beautiful and good quality jewelers in Delhi. Kanpur as case is always associated with the best of quality.
So Kanpur is quality and Delhi would be
I
quantity
would
in
say
some sense.
Kanpur, yes, overall, you could say that.
In an avid sense.
Absolutely.
I'm being very, I mean, Sean, I'm sure you love wearing solitaires as well, right? I'm sure I can see
You
that as
got
well.
it.
Yeah. So I would always say a 1 carat piece in Kanpur and a 1 carat piece in Delhi, an average young girl wearing it, you can see the difference. Eyes can tell you. A yellow shade diamond, when I mean a lower
Difference in
color,
the price and in
price
the
and
quality, is
quality.
what.
Okay.
So,
So let's talk about more in detail about that. If you see a Kanpur bride
Mhm.
and a Delhi bride wearing an engagement ring,
Mhm.
how would their engagement ring would be differing in color, size, and clarity and cut?
So I'll
I'll
be
talk about the Kanpur, you
Huh.
talk about the Delhi.
Delhi is going to be size. Color doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm sure you understand what I mean,
yeah.
and my wife will give the
So-
detail for that.
See, the people in Kanpur and the people in Delhi, everybody is very educated. But over here, I think the difference is that when a girl comes to us, she will ask us for the certificate of the diamond. We will also show her the certificate number. We are going to make her read it through the microscope. She will also ask us about the buyback. We will make sure that she will make sure that everything is mentioned in the certificate and in the bill, which I think is very important when you're selling a piece of solitaire.
Speaking about buyback, there are a lot of people out here who don't know, or a lot of consumer out here
Who don't know.
who doesn't know how buyback functions.
Works, yes.
Can you simplify buyback and how it should be in terms of a consumer?
Perfect. So I will give my brand, of course. So when I mean buyback, I mean a customer should always remember, and he knows what is gold, an investment for bad times also. So in the case of gold jewelry, it is very simple. A person can, in our store, can come and return the gold jewelry at whatever weight it is at the current market price. So there is no deduction. Now discuss, I had a bride who came and bought a diamond set from me.
Okay.
So that breaks down into 3 segments: the gold value, diamond value, labor. At case, we offer 100% buyback.
Okay.
The gold you get back at the increased market value,
Definitely.
the diamond you get back at 100% buyback,
Okay.
and the labor gets deducted, which is a very
Okay.
minute content.
So you get
I
all the money you
just-
pay for the diamond.
Yes,
Oh,
100%.
Yeah.
wow. And it's also somewhat an FD because you're earning interest out of your gold.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I'll just give you one. Sorry, I'm interrupting. I'll just give you one example. About 3 days back, I was at the store, and this young girl came with a big diamond set with big pieces of diamond, and she wanted to return it. She said, "I've worn it a number of times. My mother-in-law has worn it. My sister has worn it, and I'm bored of it. I want to change it. And now I want something heavy in gold. जो उसका वैल्यू था उससे उसको अराउंड 35% ज़्यादा वापस हुआ.
Oh, wow, that's
Because the
amazing.
gold had
She
increased.
was very
Yes,
happy.
yes. So
She was very
last thing,
happy.
ending my spot here.
Thank you.
Tier two cities, do they not like lab grown because it's not valuable, or is it expensive?
You said the right answer from the first thing.
It's not valuable.
It's not value.
And
Tier
people
2.
here in Kanpur definitely ask for a buyback. The
Yes.
moment you tell them that the buyback is 50% or 60% of the current market price, they are not
It's all about
interested.
investment and getting the money back. Hi Arjun, how are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Very good.
Good.
Yes, let's go.
Good.
Good, how are you?
Husband and wife, business partners. How do you all work together?
I would start. I would start divided support partner.
We've actually
do you-
divided it
completely
very well,
different.
frankly. I don't look into the bank part.
So he's
at
the money
all.
man.
I have no
I would
idea.
like to be.
What,
So she's happy.
absolutely.
She does.
Yeah. I'm the one who's
Oh, yeah.
into stock selection,
Nice.
looking
Who
after
does
the customers.
procurement
So,
or the creative aspect?
That's what I said. She's always been, as I say, girls are always more creative. That's what I think. She's always been into the creative part of it, selection part of it. I'm more of a person who keeps telling her, no, let's control the buys, the money part of it. And we manage our stores.
Yeah.
She's always been in their sales. I'm also involved in sales, but of course, she is more on the customer front. She loves interacting. I'm always there
Back
to
office.
support her. I'm not exactly back, but I'm always there if she needs help.
Yeah.
She's some of my customers are over, so it's more of a teamwork. But of course, sales is mixed. Procurement is 100% sovereign.
I want to know if how can a 25-year-old boy or a girl who's interested in jewelry sector as a whole wants to enter into this, especially in the design, procurement, understanding the whole jewelry supply side.
you know, I think one of the very important ways of figuring out what to procure is, I think, first visit one of these exhibitions. GGS is a very, very good platform, I would say, because you actually, when you come here, you realize what is in trend,
Yeah.
what is selling, and you get a lot of insight into what you really need.
Hmm.
I would just say that anybody who wants to enter into this business first should just do their complete thorough research.
Yeah.
Probably start with the lighter items depending on what city they are planning to
Yeah.
open, and then proceed as they get some response.
Interesting. And how did you enter into this industry?
So we have been a family of jewelers. My dad is a jeweler. We are a team of 4 people: my mom, dad, Yashwin, and me, working together.
Which generation of
The second.
Oh, this is the second
Yeah.
generation.
So I think it's just been in our blood,
Okay.
and we've just seen our dad do it, and that's how I think we started. And
And are you also coming from a generation of jewelers?
No, so basically,
So she pulled you in.
yes, she did.
yeah,
I was in London for 10 years.
London?
Yes.
I stay in London.
Oh, you do. That's great. So I did
Oh,
my
lovely.
university from Lancaster. Then I
Okay.
did my. I'm a chartered accountant by profession.
Okay.
From PricewaterhouseCoopers in London again.
Okay.
And then I was in an investment banker in Lehman's.
Okay.
So then I got back and I have my leather business my younger brother handles.
Okay.
And then of course I got married and then she pulled me in this
Okay.
business. So yeah, it's been a wonderful journey together.
I work in EY.
Oh wow, excellent. So you're auditor as well. That means.
So I work in consulting, but I know.
No, so I was in the Backman Place in London for 8 years.
Okay. Nice. And Akshaya Tritiya
Yes.
is more celebrated typically in the south, is what we have heard, of the west, while y'all cater to the north audience quite a lot.
Mhm.
Is there a hype of Akshaya Tritiya in north?
Yes.
it's absolutely crazy
It's
now.
crazy now.
And I would say that it's not just started right now.
It's
This
been there for
goes
years.
back to 2008, 2007. Suddenly, I was watching a movie. I'd gone to the theater, and it was a 6 to 9 show. And my mom calls him. She's like, "There's a lot of rush. You need to come." And I think it was Tulsi Bhabi that time.
The
सास
show.
क्योंकि सास भी कभी बहू थी, and she probably just started the trend.
Okay.
Of Akshaya Tritiya.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's crazy. It's equally big in North India, and of
But
course,
I
it's
think
really
the only difference is that Dhanteras is more for heavier items,
Hmm.
Akshaya Tritiya
and
is smaller
Akshaya Tritiya
items
is smaller items.
and
like-
gold, mainly gold.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's mainly gold.
And gold is typically more popular in the south. Is our assumption?
Of course, no, it is. See, I would take that question. Why? Because South, gold is considered more as an investment, as in North as well, and is considered very auspicious as well.
Yeah.
So people will buy gold even before they spend money on a car,
Mm.
right? Gold is more like a
Gold is Lakshmi.
Lakshmi for them.
Yeah.
In North, now slowly the trend is coming in.
Yeah.
But again, you can't compare the sales of South to North
Yeah,
in
you
gold.
can't.
But it is Akshaya Tritiya is really picking up in North India as well.
Why do you think the gold sales are picking up in north, or the trend is picking up in north?
I'm sure you've seen the gold prices, right?
Also, I think a lot has to also do with the CVD, the man-made diamonds that have come in the market. So I feel a lot of people are now shifting towards gold jewelry rather than, so if they have a budget in mind and they want to pick up something. So a lot of people who would have initially picked up a piece of diamond jewelry are now buying gold jewelry.
So what's the typical price range that you cater to?
So I would not discuss the price part of it. It's more to be weight wise. Let's say gold. So I have 3 stores. My Banana Road store keeps more on the lighter range, starting from 15 grams up to 100 grams.
Hmm.
The other store, which is more in the high end market, also keeps a lighter range, but that goes up to a more higher range, 150 to 200 grams.
Okay.
Similarly, in the case of Polki jewelry and diamond jewelry, the higher range is in my one store in Emerald Garden, which is the higher boutique store.
Yeah.
And the Banana Road store and the Noida store is more on the mid range or the low range of the
So
value.
our first store is now more of a basic. It's
Run and
like
mi-
a bread and butter.
bread and butter.
Understood. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
We have been moving between 2 hosts and 2 wonderful
We
guests.
thank you for that, of course.
Thank you so much for coming for this exhibition and also for the podcast at GJS with Jewellery Insider with Shan and Arjun, which is a product of Jewellery World Exhibition. And I hope you like the exhibition and you like the podcast. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Shank
you.
and Arjun,
Thank
for
you
giving us
so
the
much.
opportunity. Thank you.